Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Disney Dining Show. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, Mr. Sean Falk.
Hi.
And Mr. Steve Porter.
Hello.
And in today's episode, we are going to give you our thoughts, or actually, these two are going to give you their thoughts on Captain Cook's, the quick service dining location at Disney's Polynesian Resort. But before we get to our thoughts on it, we have a little video to show you first.
Hey guys, Steve here. I'm here with Sean today. We're at Captain Cook's at Disney's Polynesian Village. It's the quick service location, and he hadn't been in so long that he wasn't even sure if he had been here. So we wanted to come check it out. I got the pork nachos for, $9.29. And I've had these before, but I hadn't had them in a while, so I wanted to get them again. It's pork, obviously, with pineapple and some tomatoes and cheese, and it's kind of an interesting thing. It's not tortilla chips, it's almost like a potato chip that it's on, served on. So overall, it's pretty good. It's not my favorite thing on the menu. My favorite thing on the menu is probably actually what Sean's eating, so I'm going to pass it over to him. Overall, though, I'd say probably like a 7 out of 10 for me for this, so yeah.
All right, and I got the Thai coconut meatballs. They are $9.49, and I think Steve's was $9.29, so they're all like pretty much in the same price range, just under $10. So this is, it's got rice, it's got meatballs, and it's got a like coconut sauce literally all throughout it. So it's all in the rice, it's all in the meatballs. The meatballs are very good. They're very hearty meatballs and all that. Like there's no like filler material in it or anything. It is all meat, so I actually like it pretty good. I think when I get about halfway through, I'm gonna stop because it's all coconut taste everywhere, so it's very sweet. But beyond that, it's good. I'd give it probably 7 out of 10. Right now, I'm giving it like an 8, and then probably by the time I'm done, I'll give it like a 7. So it's pretty good.
So we just finished up. I just had the pork nachos. I didn't finish everything because it was a pretty big portion size, and I had some food earlier, so it's kind of full. But overall, this is probably my favorite. But right up there with the Harambe Market as one of my favorite quick services at Walt Disney World property. So yeah, I highly recommend Captain Cook's. The pork nachos aren't necessarily my favorite thing, but I like kind of like everything. And it's a great stop on your way if you're going to head into the Magic Kingdom. You can get a much better quick service meal here than you could, I think, in the Magic Kingdom. So yeah, I give it high marks. I love this place.
All right, so I was not with you, obviously, for this. Mm-hmm. So, Steve, why don't you start off? Tell me about your experience.
So right off the top, I'll say Captain Cook's is probably one of my favorite quick service locations. So I came in with high expectations, and we were a little full because we had just had the pineapple Dole Whip for the segment for the Tuesday show right before. But that being said, I still love this place. It's the perfect place to stop on your way to the Magic Kingdom. Because I think it's much better than any of the quick service in the parks.
Captain Cook's is amazing.
Yeah, and for the price, I mean, I think it's, you're paying what you would pay in the parks for a quick service meal, but I think you're getting so much better. So this versus like Cosmic Rays, it's uncomparable. That being said, we were so full that I barely finished my nachos that day, but I do like them.
And so you're not even sure if you've been there before.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. It turns out I have been there. So I had went once, and the first time I went, I believe I got it was like a chicken sandwich with pineapple and barbecue sauce. I don't know. I didn't see it on the menu this time, so I don't know if maybe they don't have it anymore, or maybe I just missed it. So, and I remember that being really good. This time, I just asked about one of the cast members, like, what do you recommend and what's good? And she had recommended the coconut meatballs, and they ended up being really good. Mm-hmm. I think it's a great restaurant. I think it's a great choice of food that's like different from inside the parks, and that's kind of something that Disney World lacks sometimes, like compared to Disneyland. Like they have more varieties of food, whereas here it's like burgers, chicken nuggets, and that kind of thing for the most part. But I think it's a food you gotta like to
go. Like, if you got kids or whatever, that can be, you'd want to check the menu first and make sure, like, hey, can my kid eat something here? But, because it's stuff had curry or coconut or whatever the situation is.
It is slightly more adventurous than, say, like Electric Umbrella or just something that has like standard burgers and standard chicken sandwiches. So it is a little bit, you gotta like pineapple, you gotta like coconut, you gotta like some slightly more adventurous things, but I don't think it's anything that crosses like, it's not like you're eating at some unique, crazy, I mean, it's just slightly unique enough to make it worth going there, worth trying, kind of expand your boundaries. If you're someone that don't think you like to try new things, you can, I don't know, you can try a lot of cool, good stuff here. So I don't know.
And the prices are, I mean, they are, it is consistent with quick service, but as you pointed out, especially because those meatballs are like my favorite thing.
Oh, they're so good.
At any quick service location anywhere at Walt Disney World, they are absurdly good.
Right.
But
it's a good portion size too.
Yeah, the portion sizes are good. The price point's good. They also do breakfast there as well. But now, would this be something you would suggest? Like somebody wants to take an afternoon break from the park to go have lunch, hop on the monorail?
I mean, part of that for me is that I think that the Polynesian in general is a great place to just stop. If you're going to take a break from the Magic Kingdom, you can kind of maybe stop at Trader Sam's later, get this for lunch. So I like this resort just in general, or just like I said before, popping in there before you go into the Magic Kingdom for breakfast. I like their... the Tonga toast that they have there is delicious.
Now,
I mean,
for people
it's
who don't know what
sugary, but
right, for people who don't know what Tonga toast is, it's banana stuffed sourdough bread, battered, deep fried, and dusted with cinnamon sugar. So enjoy your coma.
But it's delicious before then.
Yeah. No, I think that it's somewhere really good for. I haven't been there for breakfast, but I think it'd be worth leaving the park to go there for lunch for me, because I think if this were a restaurant and it was the Polynesian restaurant in Adventureland or whatever, or they sold the same food in Skipper Cantina kind of thing, they would charge easily double for it for the same portion size that you're getting at the Polynesian, and it's still of that quality, in my opinion.
It will be interesting to see if this happens, and I don't think it will, but I know Skipper's Canteen hasn't been they haven't really had the numbers there. I don't think that they really wanted. That's why they kind of are trying to get as many people in there as possible. But if they ever made that place into a quick service, they should just steal this. Not saying that they should, but if they do, they should just steal this menu and implement it over there.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, that would be a really good idea, actually. But they should do that or whatever. Which they should already. They should do more jokes and stuff at Skipper Cantina. I know that's not what we're talking about.
Well,
they should.
You don't think Tangaroa Terrace?
Tangaroa Terrace. That's in Disneyland. Well,
Disney. Yeah, I'm thinking of Disneyland.
Tortuga Tavern. Is that what you're talking?
Yeah. We could do not so much Tortuga Tavern, but there's that. God, why can't I think of the name of it? It's right there across from the Camels. There's like there's like a counter. There's it's like mostly drinks
Aloha
and stuff.
Isle?
Aloha Isle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't you think adding food like this to that would be?
That would be cool. I just don't know if there's enough seating there. I don't know if they would have enough room to.
Right. True.
But yeah, I mean, I would love if they had some of this.
Because I don't know. I think Jungle Skipper Canteen has some amazing food. And it's what I like about it is that it's different. It's not it's not the burgers and chicken nuggets that you get everywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
It's very specialized, and I thought it was a really inspired menu, and I really have wanted it to succeed because I wanted Disney to be inspired to do that in other places. But I think, the food from Captain Cook's, outstanding counter service.
I also like the setup of it I know a couple resort quick services do this. Gasparilla Grill at Grand Floridian does the same thing, where you order and then they give you your number and then they bring the food to your table. I just like the service. It feels more deluxe. Not that, it's still quick service, but it feels like you're getting served your food, and it just ups the quality.
Well, it also moves that moves that crowd of people that
Right,
are
you're not
sitting
just
there
standing.
waiting.
You're not standing with a bunch of people around you, all waiting for. Oh, that's me. That's me. I don't know.
So do you remember how much you ended up spending?
So I pulled up the menu. The pulled pork nachos were $9.29 plus tax. It's a pretty big short portion size, so I think that's well worth the price. I didn't even finish all mine. So yeah, I think the value here is great, definitely worth it. And I think relating it to Skipper's Canteen, I feel like this is kind of the equivalent, the quick service equivalent of that, in that it takes kind of something not bland, but something just standard like burgers and stuff like that, and making it unique enough to you're expanding your horizons, kind of the same way that Skipper's Canteen takes standard theme park food and makes it into an experience of unique options.
Right.
No, I agree. I actually, I don't know that I would want it in the park if I was somebody who goes to the Polynesian a lot and I'm like a patron of that hotel. I don't know. I'd kind of want it to stay as a special thing over there, because like Dole Whip is kind of already in both places. You pay so much money to be at the Polynesian, that kind of thing, and then not to be like, oh, like snobbish about it, like, oh, this is mine, I'm paying for it. But
no, I
it is also
what
kind
you're
of
saying.
like, this is
That's
mine,
a good
I'm
point.
paying for it. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I also think that, we kind of touched on it. The price point here, most of these items, there's only one item that I can see on the menu that's over $12, and that's the 3rd-pound Angus bacon cheeseburger, $12.49. Everything else is, under 12, and in many cases under 10. Just the Thai coconut meatballs that you had were $9.49.
Oh yeah, it was a big portion size too. It was really
It
filling.
is. It's filling.
Yeah,
it's filling. It's
very
on that
filling.
rice. It's on that better rice.
Yeah.
Which certainly helps fill up. And
I also like that this has inside and outside seating too. So you have kind of you can pick if it's a nice day out, you can go outside, have a view of Seven Seas Lagoon, or you can stay inside.
now, there's a reason this is absolutely one of the most highly rated counter service restaurants at Walt Disney World, and certainly among the resorts. So, scale of 1 to 10.
For quick service, I'd give it a 10.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So there was
'cause it's-
nothing wrong. Everything was perfect.
I mean, I can't think of anything that was wrong or anything I would have changed. I mean, it's a personal taste kind of place where, like, if you don't, I mean, with my meal, I love coconut. So if you didn't, you would hate what I ate. But, like, if you do, then it's perfect for you. So,
Yeah. So I would say that when we were there, I was really full, like I said, because we had just had the Dole Whip upside down cake thing. And so I gave my pulled pork nachos like a 7 out of 10, but most of that because I was just so full. But overall, in the experiences I've had here a bunch of times, I would say it's also a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A 10.
a 10.
I mean, look, I love the place. I think very few places rise to a 10.
Basing it off the fact that it's a quick service location. This is not
Right.
Jico. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
No. Of course not. I'm not suggesting that it be compared to Jico. I'm comparing to, for what it is for
I think for a quick service location,
All right.
I don't think they could do better.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't either. I can't think of any quick services that have what this offers at the price this offers
On Disney property?
On Disney property,
Worth
yeah.
it for people to go out of their way. If they're
Yes.
not staying at the Polynesian, is
Yeah.
it worth it for them to go out of their way?
Yes.
Yeah, if it's hot day and you want something different than like park food and want to do something a bit different, like let's say you have a kid that doesn't ride a lot of the major attractions and like grandpa wants to take this kid away and do something else, like ride the monorail
great
around,
idea.
stop there at the Polynesian, eat, like get Dole Whip there, get these things at a hotel right there that kills an hour or two of your day.
And just
going around.
the atmosphere at the Polynesian by itself.
It's like its own little secret vacation within
is.
your vacation.
Agreed. All right, so there you have it. Both of them giving Captain Cook's a 10. So there's a reason it's so popular, I guess. So that will do it for this episode of the Disney Dining Show. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with you again next week. Thanks for being with us, everyone.